Back again, once again, because of Steve and Laura time all the time. Also, something that's kind of been discussed and debated, and some people feel it never happened. But when did Steve fall in love with Laura? When did Laura fall in love? I know for y'all that watch the video, you like, but you say they grew in love. They did. They grew in love to fall in love. Y'all got to understand that there's levels to this, right? There's levels. This is a journey of Steve and Laura. You feel me?
Hi, Mr. Winslow. I'm Steve Urkel.
Yep.
Is Laura ready for the dance?
So, we had to go to the beginning because, Steve says something very significant that, carries out, throughout the rest of the series. So we got to peep game what he says.
Winslow, when my dad said you fixed me out with Laura, well, I thought I'd wet my pants. I've been crazy about her since the first grade, but she always thought I was some kind of a freak. Go figure.
So that's what. So that's such a handsome little dude. But that's what he just said right there. That he's been in love with Laura since way before now, and I think we forget that because we don't pick up until now. But Steve and Laura had a history before though. You know what I'm saying? So he's been trying. He's been on his game, huh?
In a strange sort of way, I think I just might miss Urkel.
Hi, guys.
There he is.
Forget I said that.
But what I think is so dope though is like this is still first season. But number two, you don't just miss your friends randomly like that. So this is the first sign that you see with Laura that there is something else there that she is, she got on the deny, okay? It's on the deny table right now, but it's there.
Laura, this is for you. I want you to have something to remember me by.
It's not alive, is it?
No, it's a necklace. I was gonna give it to you on our wedding night, but it looks like I'll be dead.
Steve walking in gifting her with stuff that he was gonna give her on the wedding night. So you gotta see Steve and Laura, they're already on their grown man and grown woman stuff. Here you go.
Urkel, what is this?
My retainer.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'll treasure this.
Any chance I could get a kiss goodbye?
Smooches.
Urkel, I'm wearing your teeth. That's enough.
It should be.
Again. I'm prepared to wait forever if need be.
Yes,
In the
we know
meantime, I hope you'll accept this small gift as a little memento of our 2 glorious weeks together. 1/3 carat diamond with 1/10 the sparkle of your lovely eyes.
Her rings and everything. This boy's he ain't playing. Really, he a man. He a man already right now.
Steve, I can't accept this. It's too expensive.
But my little baguette, it was a mere $800.
$800? Are you out of your mind? This is a school assignment. It's pretend. We're not married. We're not engaged. We're not even dating, and we never will be.
She was like, wait a minute, it's too expensive. And then she found out how much it was. Like, boy, look now. But I just wanted to, while we're looking at this scene, is because, first of all, it's one of the most powerful scenes in Family Matters. And, of course, it's Callie and Jaleel in season 2. Okay, like, so early on. You see that they're babies right here. But just some of the stuff that is said here is just so...
What I like is for you to leave me alone.
This is it right here. This is it right here. What he's about to say.
Laura, I know I'm not worthy of you, but I just can't help loving you. It's like wanting to touch a star. You know you'll never reach it, but you've just got to keep trying.
It's just so powerful right there. Right there. So this is where Steve is showing Laura, like, girl, I'm not playing with you. I am not playing with you. I got range, you know what I'm saying? What I love about it is he's saying that I don't think this is attainable, but it's not going to stop me from trying, And
Why do you always see things like that?
These last 2 weeks have been wonderful for me. It's the closest I'll ever get to marrying you. That's why I wanted you to have this. No strings attached, just the one to my heart.
How long have we known each other?
9 years, 3 months, 2 weeks, 4 days, 6 hours, 8 minutes, and 14 seconds.
The whole time we've known each other, you've been pestering me, hoping that I fall in love with you.
Well, it's my most goes.
Oh.
It's not gonna happen.
So you even see here, it's not happening. And Steve is telling Lord, to her, her face that it's his most cherished dream. So it's okay. We just laying the groundwork.
Well, there's always hope, Laura.
That I will never, never, ever, ever fall in love with you.
Laura, that concept's hard to grasp.
Right. So what I think is so dope here, how long they've known each other. Who we gotta ask ourselves, who put that in Steve's heart at 6 years old? Right? Because we look at it now in relationships, oh, it's how pretty they are. It ain't on some lust type stuff. It's not on some success type stuff. It's not on none of that. Right? And so when you look at that, it's like I said before, it's like God put that in Steve's heart to see Laura at 6 years old and be like, I want her. Right? It's like Dr. Darius Daniel says, I'm going to have to put it in here, where he says sometimes God doesn't give you just the desires of your heart, but sometimes he gives the desires for your heart. Sometimes he gives you desires that are necessary for your heart. And that's what he's doing with Steve here, even though Laura's not getting and catching the picture.
Okay, then try this. There's a girl over there who thinks you're sweet and cute.
Oh, that concept's even harder to grasp.
Laura has no idea what she's about to do right now. She has no idea. Oh my gosh.
Susie, Steve Urkel. Steve, Susie Crenshaw.
Look at Steve.
Steve, look.
Oh, yes, sweet niece, it's our table.
And so look, just want to look at this real quick. Look at this girl now. This is the same girl that he met at the table. These are the signs, us ladies, okay? The man brings out the best in you. You should be at your best. You know what I'm saying? She's at her best right now. Oh, gosh. Oh, Steve, you still got to get in that weight room. Steve, get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Thank you, Steve.
Oh, that's okay. It was my turn.
Steve, you're 15 minutes late for work.
Yeah, I had to cover your tables.
Sorry, I was shopping with my Suze.
Uh-oh.
Your Suze? I only introduced you guys a week ago and already she's your Suze?
Laura, I'm busy, okay?
Oh. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Lord, you just hooked them up. And now, look, now she see the girls doing a metamorphosis, a transformation, and they're coming in looking all cute, and she'll, looking by herself and stuff like that. So, but this is what we're starting to see out of Laura that you'll see often, right? She's jealous.
All right, my little crepe Suzette, it's time for your daily present.
Daily present.
Steve, a locket? It's beautiful.
Only when you wear it.
Oh, Marky. Oh, please.
Ooh, Laura's jealous. Laura's jealous.
Laura, you okay, honey?
No, she's
I'm
not.
fine.
Oh, good, because for a moment over there, it looked like you were a little jealous.
Uh-huh.
But that's silly, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So this is Laura. The problem is, this is Laura not wanting to, and a lot of us do this, right? Not wanting to really deal with how she really feels. You can already see she has a connection and somewhat of a attachment to Steve. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Look at her. Pitiful. Pitiful.
Ever since we've met, you've been like a whining, buzzing mosquito. I keep swatting at you, but you just refuse to be squashed.
That's me, the unsquashable Urkel.
Right.
But then you start buzzing around Susie. For a second, I actually almost missed your obnoxious grading presence. But then I came to my senses, and the reason I asked you over here is to tell you that I'm happy for you and Susie.
See, so Laura had to work through her emotions, right? But what did she just admit to Steve, again? Well, admit to him that she missed him. She said she missed him. He's annoying, but she still misses him, right? So Laura's not recognizing yet that what she feels for Steve is more than friendship. This is not friendship.
We're an ex-couple. You missed me.
For a second.
Oh, I love you, Laura.
Go home.
Go home, Steve.
Ah, yes. Music to my ears. Oh, how about a movie this Friday?
Drop dead.
Oh, talk to me, baby.
Talk-
Let's see this movie.
He said, talk to me, baby. But this is one of the reasons people say, why did Steve stay around? Because Lord gives Steve just enough. You know what I'm saying? Like Steve knows now. He's being pushed out the door, knowing that if he does not come around, that Lord misses him, opening him just enough hope.
I'd rather throw up.
Ah, yes, dang Zap, I'm on fire. Fortunately, I have a cold shower waiting.
Steve, you don't have to. Todd and I broke up. All he ever talks about is basketball. I mean, he's obsessed. The only song he knows is Sweet Georgia Brown.
So you realize a strong mind is more important than a tall body.
Ooh. Exactly, Steve. Exactly. I'm going to point this out because, you know, what Laura says here is really what, right? It's really what prolongs them in being, you know, a romantic couple.
Which leaves the door wide open for yours truly being 98% brain and 2% brawn.
You can work on it. You can work on it.
Steve,
Oh, Laura, my love, we're gonna be so happy together. Wanna go pick out our china pattern?
look, it's true I went and got with something upstairs, but I also want a well-built staircase.
Oh, no problemo. I'll just begin a rigorous training schedule. Why, a few sessions on the Muscle Master, and you'll be drooling over my deltoids.
So Laura just said right there, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at it. This is why I pause it. She's taller than him right now. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So she said, I want a well-built, was a staircase or whatever. Steve, you know, and Steve right now, he's a little guy. It's like, okay, man, he's a little dude. He not now, but he was a little dude. And so that's what, you know, prolongs the inevitable is that, you know, until Steve grows into his grown man, you know what I'm saying? Then you see Laura really can't keep her hands off him, maybe her lips off of him. But this was very important because to me, it's what prolonged them from really being together. She wants a well-built staircase. You know what I'm saying?
Laura,
What, Steve?
I hurt myself. Can you carry me home?
Oh my gosh. This is what I'm talking about. She got to carry this boy. She got to carry him.
Right. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Steve is so ready. And you know that this is important, right? Because this is Steve and Laura's first kiss. But if you see with Laura, she's not as apprehensive and, you know, with kissing Steve as she was. If you go back and look before this, she's almost grossed out. But after this, if you notice, she's not. You know, so this is a major moment for her and him.
Till it be morrow.
He's ready. Lay it on him.
Oh, God, I wish you were wrong.
Yep.
Shall we?
Yep. Get it out, Steve.
Whoa, mama!
Get it out. Yep.
Well done.
Wow, it looks great.
It sure does.
So we're looking at this here because with Steve and Laura, where they're going and trying to get to Black History, and this is believe it or not, this is actually a moment for them. Is, you know, Black History into the schools, and they were met with a lot of adversity, and Steve and Laura stuck together.
Steve, I couldn't have done this without you.
Oh, please, Laura, you're making me blush.
You know, I just don't get why people are so afraid of our history.
Well, because it's different. And believe you me, I know what being different is all about.
Steve, it's not so much that you're different. It's just, you know.
What, Laura?
Well, you know, you kind of.
Different.
Laura was trying. She couldn't find the words.
That's okay. I don't mind being different. I like who I am, and I'm not changing for anybody.
Well, I admire you for that.
Oh, Pshaw, you're making me blush again.
You know what? You know, is that Laura, anytime Laura's being sweet and tender, look at how he acts. Like, it makes him blush. But just what he said there, I thought was very important, that he said, hey, I'm recognizing that I'm different. Laura's recognizing the same thing. And Steve is saying, but I'm good with it. I'm not changing. And Laura actually says, I admire you for that. Okay.
Oh, Laura, this looks great. You've done a wonderful job.
Garrett A. Morgan invented the stoplight?
That's right. I mean, these would make great textbooks for a Black History course.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Edgar, a Black History course would only serve to enhance your otherwise drab and predictable curriculum.
And so here, again, this is what I'm looking at. You see things got hostile there, right? Things kind of got a little edgy. They got a little hostile. And you see Steve is right there. He has not moved from Laura's side. As a matter of fact, he's the one that's talking to the teacher. Even you see it even right now.
Laura, there is a school committee meeting next month. Maybe you could come and recommend that a Black History class be made part of the curriculum.
I'll be there.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Got some action, Steve.
Look, Steve, I shouldn't have kicked you out of my life.
Oh, look, you had a right to be upset. After all, I did use my superior intellect to scare away Daniel Wallace.
Maybe I should have thanked you.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's got that love him and leave him rip.
So we're just dipping into this a little bit because, again, we're just looking at these moments that lead into the beautifulness that becomes Steve and Laura, but just looking at some of these things, really kind of pivotal, powerful things that they're saying at such a young age that's, feeding them individually, but it's building something unique and organic. You know what I'm saying?
I was just hoping that maybe I'd be different.
You are different.
There you go.
Well, I was afraid that he'd realize that too. And then I'd lose you.
You never had me.
Let's not split hairs.
Right. Let's not focus on the minor detail of the whole situation.
Okay. Steve, I overreacted. And I'd like you to forgive me.
Wow. An apology?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you so much. I
accept.
This is a really special moment, and I think that we should celebrate it by
What?
getting married.
Right. Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead and try now, because look.
No.
Engaged.
No.
Going steady.
No.
A date.
No.
A kiss.
No.
A handshake.
No.
I see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
The qualification, does that relationship help you? They miss. To be in your life, if this relationship is helping you.
You gonna haul your ugly, guilty mug down to the principal's office and come clean?
Jeez.
Hadn't planned on it.
Eddie, you forced Steve to cheat.
Uh-oh.
And now when he needs you, you leave him high and dry.
Ooh.
Eddie, Steve was a real friend to you, and it's about time you return the favor.
Ooh. Ooh.
God, I love you.
And this is why we're looking at this, though, because once again, where we just kind of saw a seed kind of be planted, from Steve to Laura, you know what I'm saying? When he was telling her, like, look, you are different. Now you're seeing Laura kind of plant the seed into Steve, that she getting up in her big bro. She said big bro, right? She getting up in her big bro's face, checking him on behalf of him. So these are little things that are starting to building into. And right now, I don't see how people already see or can already see that Steve and Laura, even here right now, are more than friends.
Right. This whole thing is my fault.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow morning, I'll go down to Principal Shimada's office and I'll tell him the truth.
Thanks, Edo.
Ernie, that you can see already that Steve and Laura have a connection that is not visible, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even necessarily expressed on Laura's end, but it's there, and what do you kind of call that thing? We call that thing soulmate, right? The different ways, right? So let's look at here. It says now, this amplified. Now the Lord God said it is not good, beneficial for man to be alone. I will make him a helper, one who balances him, a counterpart who is suitable and complementary for him. Just peep that. I want this to encourage somebody, man, because this is we walk away from the things like we don't want God and so much stuff, and God is like, do you realize I created everything? Like I created all this stuff. Like God created marriage. God created the, you know what I'm saying, what you do after you get married, you know what I'm saying? Like God created all of that. He created every single one of us in mind. But he says, before I formed you in your mama's womb, like, hey, that's me. It says, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. I predestined you, right? And so what we have to, out of Adam, it makes Eve, right? And then brings Eve to the man. Now, what we got to pick up here, this is what I'm saying. This is the beauty of God and why we need to turn to him and not away from him, okay? But he, when he goes and he makes Eve, think about it. He didn't make multiple. He made Eve. He didn't go and make, Shannon and, Kimberly, and Janet. He made Eve and was like, bow, right? And what I want us to pick up and see is that that's what God meant for every single one of us. And you get what I'm saying? So we'll just use Steve and Laura, for example. God made Steve with Laura in mind. God made Laura with Steve in mind. Okay, so there's somebody that there is a suitable person, one person that is only suitable for you, and why is this so significant? It's going to be a long, big, but I think people need to get free and understanding God's heart for us, right? And even some of us can like, man, what you saying? So you saying God only got one person for me? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. One person suitable, one person that will fit, right? One person that, that the things will align, right? That is suitable for your soul. Yes, he only had one in mind, right? That's why the Bible says, the two become one flesh, and what God has joined together, let no man separate. Because what he's talking about is the person that is suitable for you. When he go and made these parameters of marriage, he made them in mind with you marrying the person that he had predestined you for. You know what I'm saying? I want this to be encouraging to people is when, think about it. Because I was like this at one point. You're walking around, you're feeling rejected. I'm going to speak to my lady, that, I'm not what guys need. Guys don't like me. They don't like girls like me. And it's like, can I free you right now in understanding that maybe you just have not met that suitable guy for you? Right? Because maybe the one thing or the two thing or the three things that these other guys reject about you, this suitable one God has for you, those will be the things he loves about you. So can it be that you're walking around feeling unlovable and God is saying to you, you just have not found your suitable one yet, right? Or maybe you're in a relationship and you're feeling rejected, neglected. This dude don't like me. He had treat me like dirt on his shoe. Could it be that he is not the suitable one for you? You know what I'm saying? And I say the same thing with guys. And that's the beauty of God. That it is an expression of his love to say, hey, I got somebody already handpicked perfectly for you. You know what I'm saying? And you may say, well, why is it, people don't do that? And one is because we don't look to God. We go and do marriage and all the stuff that marriage pertains outside of God. We don't pursue God. And I've said this, if you watch my videos many, many times that God showed me, there's some stuff you are just not going to get if you are not connected to him. If you're not surrendered to him, there's only things you're going to get surrendered to him. You don't get the benefits of God not living for him. Don't let this world lie to you. Don't let it lie to you that you're not going to get. There's just some things people are never going to receive. They're never going to get. They're never going to experience because they have not surrendered their life to the Lord, straight up and down. But the other thing too that the Bible shows, what does the Bible say? Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. And all your ways acknowledge him in what? And I will direct thy path. Right? There's so many scriptures that are like that. The steps of a righteous man are ordered by the Lord. We are to be seeking God on these things. But yeah, man, love God, love people. May God bless you. May God keep you.